Well, the San Francisco 49ers wrapped up their 2013 NFL draft with a very solid day 3. They got things going fairly well early on as they selected wide receiver Quentin Patton out of Louisiana Tech. The wide receiver is he's a pretty solid-sized guy. He's about six foot tall, about 204 pounds. A little smaller than Michael Crabtree and Anquan Bolden, but bigger than the other 49ers wide receivers. He's a guy that NFL.com compared to Reggie Wayne. Obviously, we would be ecstatic if he turned into Reggie Wayne, but even still, he's a guy that has some speed. He can move. He's big. He really can do a lot. And actually, he was expected by many to go in the first 2 rounds. We'll kind of have to see why he slipped in the coming weeks. And he'll definitely get plenty of opportunities to compete with the wide receiver corps. The second pick of the 4th round was a favorite for 49ers fans. The 49ers selected South Carolina running back Marcus Lattimore. He is a guy that would have been a first-round pick had he not pretty much thrashed his knee this past season. He's actually injured. He's had 2 knee injuries over the course of his college career, which is actually quite similar to our own Frank Gore. A lot of people wanted to see Lattimore end up in San Francisco, and really it's a perfect situation for him. He gets to sit behind Frank Gore, LaMichael James, and Kendall Hunter. And obviously, if Lattimore is 100% healthy, then he can compete for a spot. Or if he's not 100% healthy, he can spend the season on the PUP list, which does not cost the team does not cost the team a roster spot. Jim Harbaugh has already said that if he's not 100%, they will not push him too hard because this is sort of a long-term move. This is sort of the equivalent of basically acquiring a 2014 first-round pick this year. You get a chance to let him sit, let him learn, and once he is healthy, you've got a guy that has great power, great athleticism, great speed. He's the total package, and so 49ers may have found their running back of the future. As we kind of moved on, 49ers started sort of grabbing some guys that were not exactly on people's radars nearly as much, but bringing different things to the table. The most notable was probably Quinton Dial. He's a defensive lineman out of Alabama. He played all along the line at the nose tackle and defensive end spots, and so that versatility will give him a chance to earn a backup spot with the 49ers. As we kind of went through, one of the intriguing late picks was quarterback Pgo Daniels. The 49ers grabbed him with the first of 3 7th-round picks. Daniels, he is kind of a small guy. He's about 5'10", 5'11", but one thing that he might be able to do is sort of fill a scout role as sort of the Russell Wilson of the team. More than likely, I would imagine he could end up on the scouting on the practice squad and give the 49ers a chance to really use him to prepare them for what is going to be a pair of tough games against the Seattle Seahawks. We'll see what the 49ers have planned for him. What was really kind of interesting was once the draft ended, the 49ers entered undrafted free agency, where it was basically a free-for-all, and they already have a high-profile guy that will be interesting to follow, Lawrence Sequoia. He announced that he was planning on signing with the 49ers, and if you haven't heard of him, he's a British discus thrower and former rugby player who has never played American football. He is about 6'5", weighs about 308 pounds, and apparently ran a 4.78 40 at the Super Regional Combine in Dallas. That's kind of ridiculous. He's going to get a chance, assuming the signing does go through, that he will get a chance to try out on the defensive line, according to Jim Harbaugh. It's going to be interesting to see what he can do, again, with no NFL experience, with no football experience, American football experience. There really is there's no, is he going to do this, is he going to do that? We can't give you an estimation of, well, he's got a X% chance of making the roster. We have no idea. He could end, if he might be too high profile for the practice squad, who knows? It's going to be an interesting thing to follow over the course of training camp. So day 3 is a wrap. We'll be back with sort of more follow-up on the entire draft class, but 49ers have done some good work, and things are looking good as we head into the 2013 season.